let's work on a Centipede arcade machine. Cosmetically, it needs a lot of work, including this right side that got painted with white paint for some reason. But cosmetics are not our first problem. Let's take a look inside. First off, I don't like that. And I definitely do not like that. Neither fuse on this monitor chassis is blown, however, surprisingly. This PCB was tested in a different cabinet and it does work. It's got some trackball issues, but one step at a time. We'll replace this power cord, take the aluminum foil off these fuses and make sure they're correct, and replace the big blue capacitor. Then we'll check out this AR2 and make sure it's good. That should be enough to get the game to boot. Surprisingly, none of the fuses wrapped in aluminum foil were blown, and they're actually all correct. So I don't know why they wrapped it in aluminum foil other than they wanted to cause a fire, but those have been removed and the big blue has been replaced. After reinstalling the power brick and getting ready to take out the AR2, I found this at the bottom. Sorry, Ray, I can't date you. I'm already taken. Besides, it would never work out. It's long distance and you and I just want different things. I still want to be friends though. Reflowed all the connection pins on the AR2. PCB is hooked up. Let's plug it in and see what the monitor does. Surprisingly, this monitor works and it looks pretty good. We could use a recap, but this is more than I was expecting it to do. The game plays, but as expected, it does have a trackball issue. It automatically moves to the right. I do have chips for that to repair on the PCB, but right now we're going to focus on cosmetics. We're going to remove all the controls from this control panel, then take the control panel out and set it on fire to burn off these old graphics. We're also going to spray some citrus strip here on this paint and let it start working. While we wait for those two things to happen, we can address the other issues. As I was removing the controls for the control panel, I saw this on the bottom of the trackball. I don't know what that is, but I hate it. I was going to replace this anyway, but now I'm extra going to replace it. Now, we burn off the control panel graphics. This is totally safe, probably, maybe. Tell you what though, the smell of burning lighter fluid makes me want a hot dog real bad. Look at those graphics just beat up and burn off. Let's let the fire do its thing and let's move on. I don't know how well it shows up in this video, but you can see that the original side art is just buried underneath a layer of white spray paint. I don't know why anyone would do that, or why they would only do it to one side, but we're going to put some citrus strip on there, see what it looks like underneath the paint. While the fire and the citrus strip are doing their things, while the fire and the citrus strip are doing their thing, let's go ahead and take care of a couple of minor cosmetic things. We've got our lighting taken care of. Now let's go take a look at our control panel. The graphics are mostly burned off, but after rinsing it and sanding it, that'll do the rest of the job. That sanded down a lot more quickly and easily than I expected. Let's apply the first coat of paint. While that dries, let's take a look at how the citrus strip's doing. So the citrus strip worked a little bit too well and started eating through the side art itself too. So what we're going to do is we're going to order replacement artwork and just redo both sides with all new art. This just became a full restoration. So now that's your problem. So, new side art set, put the control panel overlay on the control panel, replace the trackball, do a lot of cleaning, finish recapping the monitor, and repairing the PCB. We got a ways to go for this thing. Stay tuned for part 2.